Marriage. Some would say it's your most happiest day in your life. Others would say it's no good. It's just something to cause you misery. But you know what? Maybe they're kind of right. But in my eyes, marriage is a way to show your significant other that you do care, that there is a connection and there is a vow to be with each other till the day we pass. But what if you just say no? What if you just say, no, I don't want that, and just burn everything to the ground? That's kind of what this woman did during her wedding day. Why she did it? Who knows?
Here's an interesting headline that must have a huge backstory, more than it mentions in the article. The headline is Woman Jailed for Arson After Starting Fire in Kaysville LDS Church the day before her wedding. Talks about a groom and his family and the bride, named Lenita Moreno, setting up for a wedding. Sounds like in the Relief Society rooms. I don't think they were getting married in the temple. I think they were actually going to be married in that church the next day. Suddenly there's a fire. The family members put it out very quickly using water from the decorations, probably maybe flower, vases, water, and they were able to stop more damage from happening, although $108,000 worth of damage. When the police arrived, the fire arrived. After questioning, looking at some video footage from a nearby hardware store, they determined that the bride had stolen some lighters and looks like she herself allegedly started the fire under some plastic chairs with a tampon and some other things. The story gets weirder. She was supposed to have obtained a marriage license and never did. There's more.
The worst she can say is no, right? Burn to the ground, be turned to ash, is basically what she said, because there was still people inside the church when she lit all that plastic chair on with the tampon on fire. So yeah, she just said, "F it, we ball." The weirdest way to say no, but hey, women arrested after allegedly setting church on fire day before her wedding with people inside. A woman in Utah has been arrested after allegedly setting a church on fire the day before she was meant to get married there. For most people, getting married is supposed to be the happiest day of their lives. You're surrounded by loved ones, be that family members or friends, and you're celebrating a new chapter of your life. You're eating good food with friends and all that. What more could you want other than the bill for everything? But in some cases, the build up to the big day and the day itself can be extremely stressful, especially if you want it to run smoothly. Everything from the dress and guests to the cake to a DJ or band, and even the ring bearers have to be in place for it to be the day of all days. I'm not sure how, much prep weddings take, but they're pretty expensive. So I'm going to assume that, yes, it does take a lot of prep time. So even Batman might be jealous of it. However, over in Utah, one woman's big day went up in smoke before it even happened after she allegedly lit a fire at the same church that she was meant to be getting married at, causing over 100,000 dollars of damage. I almost said damaged dollars. Oop, hiccup. A woman allegedly set church on fire day before her wedding. As per KUTV, 25-year-old Lenita Tessa Joy Moreno was arrested on July 27, facing an aggravated arson charge. Moreno had been a suspect in a 2.5-week-long hunt after a Relief Society room of a Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints building was set alight on July 10th. So she's on the run. She knows what she's doing. This might be like, if you ever play Silent Hill F, the main chick, big spoilers by the way if you ever plan on playing that, but the main character has like this psychedelic episode or something, just like Dream. She kept taking the pills, and then she like murders everybody in her wedding day, or I think that's what happened. So yeah, this woman, she's either having a psychedelic breakdown or she knows what she's doing and she's on the run. Worst she can say is no. I kind of feel bad for the groom. 25-year-old had been at the building alongside her groom and other family members, setting up for their wedding on the following day when the church caught alight. It is believed that Lenita started a fire within a church building while 5 others were still inside. The police's probable cause stated Lenita did not obtain a marriage license for her own wedding that was to occur the following day after the fire, but had lied, stating she had. So all of it just couldn't happen. I guess she needed like a marriage certificate. She didn't get it, and she was all like, "Screw it." Explode everything. According to the report, police also interviewed Moreno's groom, who admitted that been to a hardware store for hooks. I don't get it. Upon reviewing the footage, they found that she'd stolen 3 lighters too, just before the fire rate. So did he help her with those hooks or something? 25-year-old is facing multiple charges, including first-degree aggravated arson, misdemeanor retail theft, and providing false information to a peace officer. Moreno could face between 5 years and life in prison, and a fine of up to $10,000 on the aggravated arson charge alone. So I read it on somewhere else that you know what the worst part is? Almost killing your friends or family because you couldn't get a marriage certificate, instead of just saying, "Sorry guys, we can't do this." Instead, you try to blow them to smithereens. She didn't even pay for the lighters. She stole them. Naughty, naughty, naughty. She stole the lighters from a hardware store and just left. She just said, "F it, I'm gonna do this." And they did eventually get her. She's in custody right now, so yeah, she could have hurt people and that are her friends or family. It seems like they knew each other, because who else is getting invited to the wedding? The groom, I think he was kind of in on it, but I'm not sure. He just said that he bought hooks. Maybe he like kind of helped, but I don't think he knew that it would have gone this deep. So, from what I can find, there is no other motive other than just the marriage certificate. She was willing to put her friends, her family, her groom, everybody that was involved in that in danger just because of a marriage certificate. Instead, again, of just saying no or all that, the worst she can say is no. How they're handling it, who knows? They're gonna have to pay that bond and all that. Apparently, in Utah, that's a big no-no. Arson or fire. Well, I guess that's everywhere, fire. But yeah, little weird story. The worst you can say is no and all that. If you're ever planning on getting married, make sure to have that marriage certificate. Otherwise, you might burn down the church and run away from the authorities. But yeah, I think that's about it. A little fun story, I guess. Take care.